Buying a property saves money. Sounds so logical, right? You've been renting your place, wasting money, throwing money away to someone else that's getting rich. But if you buy a property, you're actually paying to make yourself richer by owning the place in the end. This sounds so good on paper. But let me show you something that will debunk this. This is the rent to cost of buying a property in different places in the world, namely Tokyo, New York, London, and Stockholm. And as you can see here, Tokyo says 38. Simply put, that means you have to spend 38 years of rent to get to the purchase price of said property. But let's say you went to New York and wanted to buy a property there. There, you only need 20 years worth of rent to buy your own property. So you think maybe it's a good investment there. Well, it turns out that yes, the rental yield is actually 6% in New York, which is almost double of that in Tokyo. But the problem is American interest rates are super high right now. In fact, you'll be lucky if you get interest rates under 6%. And in many cases, it's more like 7 or 8% interest rate on your mortgage. So at the end of the day, you actually pay more in interest rate than you get from renting out your place. And I can already hear you say that I'm missing the point here, which is why I'm presenting argument 2. When you own, you pay into your property and not the landlord. And this is true. Every year you pay off your loan, you are one step closer to owning your property. But there's a lot of things we conveniently forget about the costs of owning your own place. Take a look here. This is a graph of all the things that you pay for additionally to the property you just bought. Here you can see that we have things like maintenance, insurance, property tax, and mortgage interest rates that all pile up. And many of those things you probably haven't even thought about. Just look how big they are here, right? There are 2 costs that are not in this graph. And the first one is opportunity costs, right? When you buy a property, so much of your savings are thrown into paying for that property and the mortgage. And this is money that is fixed into the asset. Meaning that if you get any other opportunity to invest, you can't really take it because all your money is locked into your house. And on top of that, there's the cost of losing your freedom. Yes, this is very intangible, but it's still real. Meaning that, let's say you get a job in another state, another country, another city, whatever, you need to move, but your house can't move with you. So now you either have to rent a house somewhere else or sell your house for the cost of a real estate agent, etc., just to buy another house, which is a huge cost. If you were renting, sure, there might be some cost of terminating the rental contract early, but then you have terminated it, no extra cost there, you can move anywhere and start all over again.